Hi guys, welcome to BitK Crypto. Today we're going to talk about how to buy your first Bitcoin, or how to buy Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency for the first time. It can be a little bit of an overwhelming experience, so I'm just here to put my 2 pence worth into how I do things and why I do them. So we're only going to be talking about two main things today, which is going to be one, how to install an offline Bitcoin wallet and how to set up strong passwords and stuff to protect it, which I think is just as important. And also how to set up an account on Coinbase and how to purchase your Bitcoin or any other digital currency on Coinbase. Why Coinbase and why is the Exodus wallet, which is what I'm going to be talking about soon, because they're the ones that I use. There are umpteen amount of different wallets and different exchanges you can use. Some have got better fees, some have got different features, but these are the two that I use, and I think it would just be best to just keep it nice, short and concise as to how I get on with things and do things in a couple of minutes when I need to. So let's get started. First of all, what are digital wallets? What are Bitcoin wallets? So they used to store your Bitcoin, basically. That's essentially it. Just like your wallet will be stored, will be there to store your cash and your credit cards. Your digital wallet is going to be used to store your Bitcoin until you're ready to basically spend them or exchange them. Wallets have, in range in terms of features, platforms that they can be used on, security. So it's important to choose one that works for you guys, not necessarily the one that I'm going to suggest, although I think it's the best for me anyway at the moment. So there are a number of different ways and different things that you can look for. My recommended option to use is Exodus, the Exodus wallet. If you go into Google and you click the first thing that comes up when you type in Exodus wallet, which is exodus.io, you get brought into this website. And here, essentially, it's very simple. I mean, you can watch the video and you can learn a bit more about the wallet and stuff. But basically, to get started, you just type, go up here to download. It will figure out whether you're basically on a desktop, on a Mac or PC, or if you're on your mobile. So you basically download the latest version of the wallet. As you can see here as well, there's a kind of partnership between the Trezor wallet with the hardware wallet, which we're not going to really talk about today. So basically, what is Exodus? It's an all-in-one offline application with support for a number of different cryptocurrencies. So quite a lot of different coins that you can find in there, including, of course, the most obvious, which is Bitcoin. It's completely free to use and download. It's got those nice little features in there as well, different visual options that you can use as well. So I just find it a very nice smart wallet. Another one that's quite popular is Mycelium. There are a few other different ones that you can check out, but for me it's the Exodus. So if I just go into Exodus now, I will log in. There we go. And as soon as you log in, once you've downloaded it, of course, and you set it all up, it will look like this. There we go. Right. So I've completely emptied my wallets out at the moment because I'm using my Bitcoin for different things at the moment, different exchanges and things like that. But basically, as you can see here, you've got your circle. So basically, your amount of holdings. So if it was Bitcoin, which I think is orange, it will be 100% if you only had Bitcoin in there. But obviously, different coins will represent different colors. You've got some different bits of information here. This is the main part that you'll be using. As you can see here, of course, it's quite a few different coins. If you want to send some Bitcoin, once you have Bitcoin in this wallet, you press send, you type in the address that you need to. It has a really cool feature actually here, which if you press scan from desktop, actually you get this feature, which is here, and you can drag this window around. So let's say the QR code was right there, you hover it over that, and it will automatically pick up the address that you're going to send Bitcoin to. You type in the amount that you're going to send, or half, or your wallet, whatever you want, or you can even type in USD, which is really helpful. And you click send, and it's as simple as that. Receiving, again, just as easy. You click receive, you click copy, to copy your actual address, or again, you can send the QR code The second step that you're going to do, and it's going to be obviously the main step you're going to do, is you're going to find your Bitcoin trader or your exchange that you're going to prefer to buy and sell your Bitcoin from. Now, I use Coinbase. Well, why do I use Coinbase? I mean, it's one of the most, if not the most popular one out there. Some complain that the fees are a little bit higher than the others. To be fair, I'm not really going to bother counting the pennies on fees. I want ease of access, ease of use, just nice, simple, great customer support if you need it, and a very solid exchange. There are other exchanges as well out there, some that are less trustworthy than others, and some that can be quite limited with features. So it's important to, really pick the right exchange for you. I recommend using Coinbase, but obviously check out what else there is out there. You can even type in Bitcoin exchange comparison sites, or whatever you like in Google to figure out some other places and things to buy Bitcoin. Of course, this isn't the only way of buying Bitcoin. There are things like Bitcoin ATMs out there. There's P2P. You can buy your Bitcoin via a peer-to-peer service like Local Bitcoin or BitQuick. I would tend to stay away from those, especially if you're a beginner buying Bitcoin and trying to buy cryptocurrency. It can be quite confusing. Remember, it's Bitcoin, so if you lose your money, you lose your money. It's as simple as that. Signing with Coinbase is really easy. All you need to do is provide some kind of ID. It's usually kind of like a copy of your driving license, sending a live image of your face, all that kind of stuff. It's the KYC. Now, some people don't agree to it. They don't want to do KYC. I couldn't care less. I did it. I buy my Bitcoin. It works. So yeah, all you want to do is click Get Started over here. Go through all the processes. Type in your name and go through everything that you can do to go through. All right, guys. So here we go. This is the exchange. This is one of my other side accounts. You can see I haven't got anything in here. I use this as kind of like a side account if I'm away, if I use it on my phone and stuff. But basically, this is it. There's loads of different features. Again, like I said, with just like the wallet, and I'm not going to go into every single one. I'll be here all day. I'm just going to go through how to basically buy your first Bitcoin, and how to do it. Of course, as you can see here, there's other coins that you can do, but if you're like me, you're going to stick to what I believe to be the best. So what you're going to do is, once you set up your card details and all that kind of information, you're going to really basically just click up here, trade, and you can buy, you can sell, and you can convert, so coin to coin basically. But we're going to buy today. So let's say I wanted to buy with Bitcoin. So let's say I wanted to buy with Bitcoin with one of the banks that I use, one of my cards that is already into the system. I'm going to say I want to buy 100 pounds of Bitcoin. Again, you can change it to USD depending on the preferences, or you can say I want to buy 0.016, etc. of Bitcoin, but I like to do it in GBP. And you click Preview Buy. It's going to tell you how much of a BTC you're actually buying, what is the current price, what is the Coinbase fee, and the total amount. And then all you're going to do is you're going to click Buy Now. I'm not going to do it because I don't need to. I don't need any more Bitcoin that I've already got. And that's essentially it. Alright guys, so once you've bought and purchased your Bitcoin, you would have got a couple of emails come through as confirmations, saying that the payment went through. And then what you're going to do, simply, I'm not going to go through it now because I don't want to go into my back end, but basically click Portfolio, you find Bitcoin or the coin that you bought in the list, and you're just going to click Send. And then in that send box, all you're going to need to do is just, let's say if you're sending that Bitcoin that you bought from Coinbase into your Exodus wallet, which I recommend to do, and I'll explain about why in a second. All you're going to do is you're going to click Receive, because what you want to do is you want to provide a receiving address. So you're just going to copy it. Again, you can use the other feature like I said, but you can just basically copy your Bitcoin address, put it in the field that you need to, state how much you're going to send, then you click Send, and then you'll get a really nice ching sound come through in your Exodus wallet. So why send it to Exodus? Why not just keep it on here? Well, you can do, but again, remember, this is an online wallet, so technically you don't own. Well, you own the Bitcoin, but it's sitting on this exchange. And remember, this is the internet, right? And I'm not saying you're going to get hacked or violated in any which way, but you do not have your Bitcoin. Coinbase have your Bitcoin. And the whole point of this, right, is for you to own your own Bitcoin. And essentially, that's basically it, right? It's as simple as that. You want to get ready to have it and have it available to you whenever you may need it. So whether it be because you're trading, whether it be because you want to buy coffee with your Bitcoin, which obviously is becoming a bit more popular now and that kind of thing. But you want to have it ready at a moment's notice if you need it to. The way the Bitcoin value fluctuates, it's important to have your end game planned out early on. So be prepared by setting up a seller account, if you need to sell it. So meaning if you're going to sell it from Bitcoin back to your bank account and whatnot, have that ready, because the price might fluctuate. The price of Bitcoin might shoot up incredibly fast, and you think, well, you know what, I've got some nice profit there, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to cash that Bitcoin in, and I really suggest you do so, obviously at the right time, but that's for another video. But the whole point is when the time comes, you won't have a panic rush while everyone's trying to do the same, or trying to sell your Bitcoin, or trying to do whatever you want to do. Be prepared, be planned, know how to buy Bitcoin, know how to sell your Bitcoin, and know how to transfer it from one exchange to a wallet, from your wallet to your, so from your offline wallet to your hardware wallet, let's say like a Trezor or a what's the other one, Ledger. So basically, preparation is key. So when you need to make a hit or do a hit, you can do it straight away. I think basically that's all I'm going to cover today. I will do more videos and series of how to, especially for beginners, especially if you guys are starting out in the crypto space. The crypto space is extremely exciting. There's so many different things you can do to invest, to buy, whether it be to hodl, which you might have heard the expression before, which is hold on for dear life, in the hope that Bitcoin is going to become $1 million tomorrow. I wouldn't hold your breath for too long on that one though. But a lot of people do that. A lot of people dollar cost average, in terms of when they buy the Bitcoin. So meaning, they buy £50 worth of Bitcoin every Monday at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's so many different things, so many different strategies you can do. Me myself, I would buy my Bitcoin in the earlier days. Now I just make Bitcoin, as I said in the previous part of this video, leverage trading. But I would buy my Bitcoin, I'd send it to my wallet, and I'd send it from my offline wallet, Exodus, to whatever platform I needed to send it to, whether it be Bit7 for leverage trading, or whether it be for a hype, if I was going into a hype or whatever. So those are the two main bits covered. I think I'm going to sign off from that. You have how to buy a Bitcoin. So Coinbase is the one that I suggest. Again, there are many different ways, many different platforms you can use, but for me, I use Coinbase. I just like it. I know it's trusted, and it's just quick and easy. I just know it. I like to keep things simple. I don't like to compare fees and pence, pennies and whatnot. So I go into Coinbase. It's all set up. Everything, my accounts are all linked. I buy my Bitcoin, and I sell my Bitcoin, I transfer my Bitcoin. I know how to do everything. So if I need to do it at a moment's notice, I can. The other thing to do is get yourself a good offline wallet, such as Exodus or Mycelium. Again, I use Exodus, great wallet. Always trusted it, never had any problems with it before. And yeah, those are the two main things. Once you've got that, you're ready to go. From there, obviously, your next step is going to be, well, what's my strategy? What am I going to do with my Bitcoin? And that's going to be for a later video, I think. Although I've got my own, expressed opinions on what I do with my Bitcoin, and that's it. But I'm not suggesting that you do any of the things that I do, or anything that you're not sure that you should be doing in the first place. If you've got any questions, please throw them in the comments below, or if there's anything you think I could improve in this video, really love to hear it, because again, I'm still starting out. I've still just only done a couple of videos, so really appreciate your comments, your likes, your thumbs ups, and obviously please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Really appreciate the support, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.